Hey, what's up guys? Big Willie here, doing my first V54 review. Starting off with the Phoenix TK75vnQ and the Q70. The light comes in this carrying case from Vin. Inside we got room for the light. Underneath of it there's spots for 4 batteries, a lanyard, the adapter for a shoulder strap, and my shoulder strap's actually not in this case. Basically, new for this year, the knurling is a little bit different than previous versions. Vin offers on the bezel to have it modified, and then of course on the bottom the V54 that Vin provides on the lights when you request. So basically there's 2 flavors. You have the TK75vnQ and the vnQ70. The difference is the 70 has the XHP 70 4-dye lights versus the regular TK75vnQ has the XML2 premium D-dome tint that Vin has done an excellent job of focusing. The tint is excellent as well. Inside this box I actually have my original TK75 VN Killer Throw. This, as you can see, he actually just did the heat treated bezel on this. This, I was lucky enough to get a Fiat Lux version of the Killer Throw. This version has 3 XML2 premium D-dome tints. So stepping up to the Q adds the 4th LED, takes it to roughly around 4,700 lumens and somewhere around 360,000 lux, versus the original Killer Throw put out 341,000 lux and around 3,100 lumens. So that extra LED definitely does make it step up. I'm doing this light because the original Killer Throw was my favorite light until I got my Q. The Q is now my favorite light. As you can see, it has dual switches, but it does come with Vin's VNX2. It's going to be dual driver, so 1 driver for each pair of lights. Now each button does the same exact thing. You can do on with the left button or on with the right button. Basically with VNX2 you have the option to set up different groups. I have group 11's chosen, which is going to give me 6 different ranges. I believe it's 1%, 15%, 30, 50, 70, and 100%. And in this case here, as you can see, going through, holding the button down, it'll go through the different modes. It does have memory, and then with this group, why I like it, double clicking it gets you to turbo from any mode. So a double click will automatically get you to turbo, and again either button will do the same thing. Now in this case here, it is on the larger side for a light. I don't believe it's too large at all. Again, this is my favorite light because I think it's a good mix of size, power, as far as time with the 4 18650s. You're looking at probably about 5 minutes of runtime on turbo before it begins to get too hot here around the switches. Again, that's going to depend on the ambient temperature. Here where I'm at in Baltimore, it's been pretty hot when I've tested it in the evenings with the ambient temperature in the high 80s. So I'm sure you get it down in the 50s or 60s, you're going to get a few more minutes of runtime. And again, that's just that turbo. Stepping it down will allow it to run quite a bit longer before heat becomes an issue. The Q70, however, putting out 14,000 lumens of light at turn on, it gets pretty hot quick. I got about 3 minutes and 10 seconds on one run test I did. Again, stepping down, you need to step it way down to be able to bring the heat management under control. So I have the 70 on group 6, or excuse me, group 11 as well. So I have 6 different modes. As you can see, it's just puts out a wall of light. It's crazy how much light can come out of such a small flashlight. It has to be seen to really believe. As you can see, I use the K40 holster. It works perfectly with the TK75. Holds it. You can use it as for your belt or just as a carry. You can use it. I have a couple other lights here just to compare for size. One of my favorites previous to the TK75, one of my first lights, was the Acebeam K40. This light has a single XML2 that is putting out about 1400 lumens and about 400,000 lux. It has a rotator knob to select between 6 different positions for light. Button on the bottom. As you can see, it's got a very defined spot. So this is about 400,000 lumens versus the 350, 360,000 lux that the TK75vnQ gets. The hotspot is much larger. Being indoors in daylight, you can't really see the pedals that it does have, which doesn't bother me at all. It's only on the outside you have 4 of the pedals of the lights from where they're being focused. Doesn't bother me too much. Here you can see next to it I'll put the TM36VN, which is a very large light. As you can see, it's quite a bit larger all the way around in length and in the head diameter. I'll be doing a separate review on that later. Here is an X60 compared to the TK75. Again, the head is larger, body is larger. This is a 8-cell 18650, comparing it to a 4-cell, so of course it's going to be double the length to fit those cells in there. The head is quite a bit larger, but it does have 5 separate LEDs in it. Getting back to the TK75, basically it's just an excellent all-around performer. It floods very well, throws very well. The dual button is not really anything Vin can do. The VNX is designed around a single button. Phoenix saw fit to fit the light with 2 buttons. There isn't really much Vin can do with that. So you just have a little bit of redundancy, but not really a big deal. I mean, as you get used to it, you just pick one button or the other and you kind of use it. It doesn't really matter. Again, this light here is my favorite just because of the mix of performance between how much throw and how much flood and how much time you get out of it. So, hope you guys enjoyed my review. Hit me up if you got any questions. Again, this is Big Willie. Talk to y'all later.